Hey there everybody, Amaranthian here. Welcome to my debut LP, and I'm bringing to you guys Mickey Mousecapade on the NES. Let's go ahead and get started. Stage 1's going to be the fun house. We've got 5 stages in the whole game. Stage 4 is really honestly a quarter of a stage. It it hardly counts at all, but I just want to take this time to explain a couple of things. As of right now, all I can do is move and jump. Minnie will mirror whatever I do as Mickey, and the second player cannot pick up and play as her. So this is strictly a one-player game. Right now we have no way of taking out enemies, so if I go to jump on the snakes, walk through them, whatever, I'm going to take damage. So I'm not going, well, I'll just demonstrate on here. And see, look, there you go. Oh, and I got hit again. And 3 times, thank you. So walk into this room and watch out for the chandelier. It's going to fall down. This chest is going to give us Mickey's projectile weapon, his throwing star, and that will give us the opportunity to start taking down enemies. Now, as you saw right there, all the enemies on the screen disappeared. That was actually due to a blue diamond that I picked up, and that is one of a few things that you can collect throughout the stages. There is an example of another one right there, a piece of cake. So let me just go ahead and explain what you can expect to obtain within these stages. You can get either a blue diamond that will destroy every enemy on the screen. You can get a piece of cake that will restore a small chunk of health. You can get a red diamond that will restore all of your health. Or you can get sometimes there is an orange diamond which restores all of your health, and I don't know what its other function is, if it even has one. After we open this window though, we got ourselves a 1-up, which is nice. Let's see here, because I think, yeah, here's another thing. This is only, well, this is in every stage that you can shoot into the background just like this, and depending on the stage that you're in, you can either get all of the power-ups that I already described, or there's an invulnerability fairy that you can grab, which acts exactly as the star in Mario does. Or in stages 1 or 5, you can get, ooh, nice. You can see right up at the top, there's that brown flying, looks like an owl, but there will be a purple version or like a pink version, whichever color you prefer, I guess, of that enemy that will fly out and will steal Minnie. And the game says it's a crow. I don't think so, but you know what, it's the NES days, so sure, we can make a crow look like an owl, whatever. So you don't want that to happen, because if Minnie gets stolen, number one, you can't progress the screen. If you do have Minnie with you, you cannot progress the screen without her actually with you. I will demonstrate right here. Let's have her go down the ladder, and now I can't move on. I have to have her with me. And now that's brought to another degree if she gets stolen and you can't finish the stage without her. I mean, since she is gone and you do have to look for her, the game lets you progress different screens, but you can't actually finish the stage up if she's taken away. But like I said, luckily that's only in stages 1 and 5. So just take down this mini boss right here. That key that we picked up downstairs is going to open this door, and we've got different enemies here now. We've got dancing brooms, and that's one thing that kind of sets this game apart from the Japanese version. Not the fact that there are dancing brooms, but head into this left door. The fact that there are enemies from different Disney universes in this game. Now, the entire premise of this game is that Mickey and Minnie are on an adventure to save a mystery friend. Well, it's not much of a mystery anymore when you know what the name of the Japanese title is, and that is Mickey's Adventures in Wonderland. So 3 guesses as to who your mystery friend is. And considering that this is his Adventures in Wonderland, this game featured just, nothing but Wonderland, pretty much, characters. I mean, the minor enemies, yeah, they could still be random enemies, but, all of the bosses, pretty much, and things like that revolved around the Wonderland universe, whereas when the game was brought over to America, it featured more of a diverse Disney franchise cast, and the biggest example, or one of the biggest examples of that, will be the boss of this stage. So in this room we've got this treasure chest. This can either be the projectile upgrade for Minnie so she can start throwing stars, or it'll be some fuzzball that's just there to piss you off. And luckily this time around it was the star. If it is the fuzzball guy, don't worry about it. You can take them down, no problem. And then you can just exit the room, you go back in, and then the chest will still be there if it was the fuzzball. It will only disappear once you get the item that you were meant to pick up from there. Now you do want Minnie's projectile weapon because you can abuse two bosses with her, because she has a really nice feature to her. That is, she is invulnerable to enemies, and I will go ahead and I'll demonstrate on the first boss, which is actually going to be in the next screen. But like those dancing brooms, you know, obviously they're from Fantasia. I don't think they're in the Japanese version. Instead it would have been some other Wonderland themed character. Just like with this first boss here, this is apparently Witch Hazel from the Donald Duck universe. Now, if this was the Japanese version, this would be the Cheshire Cat. So, just another prime example right there of Wonderland kind of going into the background. So, what we're going to do here, walk up to the ladder, jump, and hold up after Mickey goes past the ladder. Okay, now, see, look, there's Minnie right there, and so just keep spamming your attack button, and then after a few hits you took down the witch without taking any damage. And we're going to abuse the level 4 boss with that exact same method, although I wouldn't really say that it's abuse because it's almost mandatory that you do that, and you'll see why soon enough. But yeah, so as far as differences between the two versions go, that's pretty much it. The way that the stages are designed, the themes of the stages, the names of the stages, all that good stuff is pretty much the exact same. You know, I mean, the enemies are mainly the same. There's not too much to worry about. It's just, you know, I mean, and it kind of makes sense too, considering they did change the name from Mickey's Adventures in Wonderland to Mickey Mousecapade, that we have different Disney franchises that are present instead of just Wonderland. So, I mean, it kind of makes sense, but I don't understand what they would have against Wonderland if they didn't think that it was popular enough over in the States, although I don't see why it would be that popular in Japan, but, you know, I'm not here to judge. But, yeah, so we got that key from Witch Hazel, and that key is for this door that's screaming key. Even though we already got other keys within the stage, that is the key that this door wants. And we just reached the exit, and that is the end of stage 1. Relatively, I guess, decently sized stage, even though it is pretty self-contained. But we're moving on to stage 2 now, the ocean, which, as you could see from the background of the exit of stage 1, is immediately after this. Now, we are introduced to pitfalls now thanks to this stage. Obviously, if Mickey falls in the pitfall, he dies. And guess what? If Minnie falls in the pitfall, she dies. I will just go ahead and demonstrate. Yeah. So that's what happens if Minnie falls into a pitfall. So later on in the game, if you're trying to do some precise jumping and you've got Minnie with you, well, you should have Minnie with you, but yeah, you gotta be careful that you're like as far as you can possibly go with Mickey, because if you're trying to jump over a gap and you start from the middle of the platform with Mickey, I highly doubt Minnie's going to make it, and now you just cost yourself a life. But let's shoot into the sky here. Since we are in stage 2, there's no chance of Minnie getting taken away, so that's very nice. These waves you want to watch out for because they always spawn a jellyfish, no matter what. But, alright, we are pretty low on health, and here's the boss right here. It's a crocodile that honestly looks like the one from Peter Pan, and he... okay. Wow. So he did what he never does. What he usually would do is that he'll go back and forth across the screen. Yeah, he'll jump, but not that frequently, but he's constantly shooting bubbles at you in a very erratic pattern that you just cannot dodge. But now we are in stage 3, the woods, and this is the stage that used to kick my ass as a kid, because I just never stood a chance whatsoever against this stage, because it literally is a maze. That's how it was designed. Now, standard years of video game playthroughs show or telling me that, you know, obviously the first door is not the one that you want to go through. Games are never that easy. So we go through the second door and we progress through. You know that you're making progress when you're progressing through the seasons. We started off in spring, now we're in summer, and then we're going to go into fall or autumn, and then we will go into winter. But you just want to keep shooting. Don't want to go through that first door. Once again, video games aren't that easy. And we go through the second door. Now this is where this stage really pissed me off, because I would have no idea what to do, and I would always end up getting shot back into spring, which I didn't even know that that was how it was, you know. I just saw different colors, so I was like, oh, I guess I'm making progress. But the way that this is outlined is that you, god damn, the proper door, I'll show you where it is. And in the meantime, you want to be careful of the, oh, Minnie, god damn it. But luckily, we start back in whatever season we managed to get ourselves to, which is nice. But these bears, if they're throwing rocks, if they're throwing honeycombs, don't know, don't care. The projectiles that they throw will damage you pretty good, but if you touch the bears themselves, you'll take significant damage, so you definitely want to be wary of that. Oh, thank God, run! Oh, shit. And kill him. Okay, this right here in this tree, you want to shoot the base of the trunk, and oh, look at that, secret door. Try figuring that out when you're 6 years old. So, now we are in winter, and there's, once again, another secret door, but it's kind of funny on how you have to get it to open up. So, obviously, since it's a secret door, we are not going through there. Ooh, red diamond. Take him out! Take him out! Yes! Thank God. Alright. So, what you want to do here is just completely wrap around the entire stage, because the stages loop. If you continue going to the right, it just circles around back to the beginning, as you can see right here with the start sign. Now, take him. How many hits does he fucking take? Okay. Again, shoot the base of the tree, and you'll open another secret door. Now we are in the deep forest, and in here you want to be careful as you progress, because the ground opens up, and as you're going on, the standard enemies in the game, or at least the toadstools, I know that much, in this area those toadstools hurt like hell. It sucks. But what was in here? Oh, a 1-up. I'll take that, considering I had to suicide myself just to show you guys what bullshit Minnie is. You know, just like in Sonic, if Tails dies, guess what? You don't die as Sonic, so I don't know why they incorporated that. But, so yeah, just continue on through here, and when you reach the edge of the screen, here's the boss. And this is a snake guy. I don't know what significance he has, but you can only shoot him in the face. He moves from the left side of the screen to the right side of the screen. And, yeah, just try not to touch him. And guys, that actually concludes the first part of Mickey Mousecapade. So I hope you guys will join me in the next part, and I'll see you there.